Hello everyone. You're welcome back to my channel. This is Collins Blaze. Like I promised earlier, and today we'll be talking about how to start your journey to studying abroad, especially from Africa, Nigeria, or other places. It might be India, it might be Sri Lanka, it might be the Philippines. However, so basically, they are just simple steps, and we're going to be looking at the case study UK. Much later, we'll dive into other locations like Canada, Ireland, Scotland, and Germany. But let's look at UK first. So, if you want to come into UK, the basic things you need to get is your transcript. The transcript has to be intact, and it has to be authentic as well. So you have to, for Nigeria, you have to go to your school, get your transcript. You need to make sure your certificate is around. You also need to make sure you have your international passport. And for international passports, it's usually advisable you get a passport. Your passport should have at least a 1 year validity. Say for instance, and again, if you want to apply for school, if the next stream is going to be in 3-4 months time, don't rush it. Go for the other stream. Do you get? Go for the one that gives you ample time. Do you understand? So if the next stream is, say, September, and you're just conceiving the idea, I'd rather say you just step back and then work towards January section, because September is almost here. So, and again, what I'm talking about your international passport is this: your international passport has to have a minimum of 6 months validity. So if you want to do for September, if you want to do for January, for instance, or in June, and then your international passport is going to expire in January, obviously you can't get a visa on that international passport. If your passport is going to expire in February or March, you can get a visa on that passport. Do you understand? So you need to make sure that your passport has minimum of 6 months validity. But to be on the safe side, just have a 1 year validity. Now, once you have your passport, you have your transcript, you have your certificate. That's about it. The next thing is to choose the type of course you want to do. Now, as for choice of course, it's simple. You can only get a master's abroad if, one, your background, your BSc, is similar, is in the same line with what you want to do your master's on. Two, if you have work experience, if you have like upwards of 3 years work experience in the field you want to do your master's on. I'll use myself as an example. I did my BSc in agriculture, and I'm doing my master's in IT, cybersecurity. I obviously had work experience in IT related fields back in my home country. I leveraged on that work experience in IT, and then of course I had to go and do a postgraduate degree, a postgraduate diploma, like a sandwich course that would now launch me into the IT field proper. And then I'm doing a master's in computer science, cybersecurity. So that's the connection. You see that there's a relation between my work experience, my background. Obviously now I have a new background, which is the postgraduate degree I did in computer science. So you need to be able to tie your first degree to the master's, or your work experience to the master's. So if either of the two checks out, now if you look at your first degree, if your first degree was gotten, let's say, 10 years ago, and because you had the first degree in computer science 10 years ago, and then you haven't worked in computer related fields for the past 10 years, and you want to now do a master's, and you want to do a master's in computer science, you see that your initial degree has become outdated. So the question is, what were you doing for 10 years? 10 years is a lot of time to still bank on your initial degree and want to come and do a master's. So you must have like work experience, let's say in the last 2 years, the last 5 years in the computer field, that help you and give you better stance to getting the master's in computer science. So that's about it. So your work experience or your first degree has to be tied to what you want to do in your master's. Second thing you need to look out for is cheap courses. You need to also, now you have identified the courses you want to do. Now you need to start going into the website to check for schools. What school, how much does this school pay as tuition fee? What's the duration? It's better for you to go for a school that is for a course that gives you like 2 years um, study period, or a year and 6 months. What that means is it helps you buy time. It gives you more time. So somebody who's going to be in the UK for 1 year doing a master's, you just have to work for 1 year. But if you're going to be in the UK for 2 years doing a master's, it means you're going to work for 2 years. This is excluding your post-study visa that you're all going to get. So the longer the duration of your course, the more time you buy for yourself to either pay your school fees while you're here or to work and repay your debts while you're here. So it's important to pick schools that give you ample time at the same time that are cheap. Averagely, if you get schools that can give you 9,000 to 10,000 to 11,000, that's fine. But if you're going for some of the STEM courses in let's say medicine, in technology, in engineering, all of this type of courses, you should be looking at, let's say, 13 to 14,000. Do you get for just the masters? So if you have the school and you have gotten your course, it's easy. From that point onward, you are the master of your own destiny. You don't even need the agent to begin to put you through, get fee. You can do it yourself. It is self-explanatory. If you follow these steps I have pointed out to you, by trying to make sure that you link your first degree to the course you want to do, the choice of course you want to do for masters, or you link your work experience to the choice of course you want to do for masters, you're fine and good. If you go to any school's application form, application to the UK is free, no charge, zero charge, zero application fee, unlike other schools in, let's say, in America where you have to pay application fees. But in the UK, it's zero, it's free. Now, once you go to the website, you either download the form or you fill the online form. As you fill the form, you'll be told to upload your documents. The documents you're uploading are basically your transcript, which you have, your school certificate, which you have, your CV, which you have, your international passport, which you have, and then your reference letter. You need to get a reference letter from where you work to say that yes, this person works in this, he does this kind of job. That's basically it. And then you also need to get a reference from your school, probably from your HOD, your lecturer, even your admin staff can type a letter for you and get your HOD to sign it for you, and that works fine. If you get those letters, that's all. And then the last but not the least, you need to get a personal statement. The personal statement I'm going to discuss in my next video. So basically, these are all the things you need to do to apply. And once you have those things in, your application is as good as 50% guaranteed. The other part of the job is left for the school to review. But if you have to taken these steps, then you're going to get admission. Now let's dive to the next video to see how to get that personal statement, because the personal statement is more like you selling yourself to the school. That is what the school sees and says, okay, this guy is serious. Okay, this lady understands why we were even doing this course in the first place. It aligns your objective to that of the school as regards the particular course. It makes sure that you're in tune with the lectures that will be delivered. That's basically what that personal statement is. It is your selling point in that field you're going to.